What is up, guys? So what's been on my mind lately has been the Delphic Maxims. Are we living the best life we can to honor the gods? So the Delphic Maxims, for those that don't know, are lessons and ideas and philosophies that were carved onto the temple of Apollo in Delphi, or in Delphi. And so they help us have kind of a set idea of how we should live our life. They're kind of like morals. So we're going to take a look at them today. Just read through them all, because I know that we always hear about the Delphic Maxims, but do we know the Delphic Maxims? I won't talk about each and every one of them, but I may comment on a few. But I just want us to read them because they are good points to help us live a better life, in a better Hellenic life as well. So the first and probably most famous of the Delphic Maxims is know thyself. Know who you are, know where you are in life, and truly know yourself. Like I said, I am going to just kind of breeze through these because there's 147 of these. So yeah, so know thyself, and then you have nothing in excess. That's a famous quote. So that kind of always goes in opposition of overindulgence, kind of what Dionysus and Dionysos, the opposite of that. And a lot of people see Apollo as the opposite of Dionysus, where Apollo was more of the being conservative and restricting yourself and have discipline. The spirit of Dionysos or Dionysus is overabundance and enjoying. So the lesson for this one is nothing in excess. I mean, that could be eating health as well. So I always take that as for health reasons, nothing in excess. So I should follow that more, and I think we all should. And the one that's really interesting is the third, and that is surety brings ruin. Getting so boisterous that you know everything, that you are a know-it-all. And even with Hellenic polytheism, for me to say that this is the way it is, surety brings ruin, and that's how people get exposed and they get embarrassed. And things come out that they get so pious and have so much piety, and they are sure that they are right, and they get exposed. So I am never going to say that everything I say is correct. I don't want to ever get to that point where I know that there's no way that I am infallible, even my speech and some of the words I use. So I know I am very much a flawed person, and I just like to give advice of how I see things. Not that it's the right way, but it's the way that I've lived and I've connected with the gods. So I'm never going to ever say that this is how you should do it. It's just how I do it, and I like to share on this aspect of life how I connect with deity. So the next is follow God. Then you have obey the law, respect the gods. When you don't respect the gods, you kind of can fall out. Not necessarily, again, that they don't like you or won't listen to you, but as Sallustius taught, that you kind of fall out of line of where they are. So you got to respect the gods to get back in line, to be focused, to honor them. Then you have respect your parents. Always important across the board. Always respect your parents. Not necessarily love your parents, but respect them for who they are. And they brought you into this world. So you have to respect them, that they at least did that. Be ruled by justice. Know by learning. Listen and understand. Be yourself. Set out to be married. I know that's not one that everyone will follow, but that was very important then. Know your opportunity. Think mortal thoughts. Know when you are an outsider. So don't come in acting like you know it all, especially if you're seeing things from the outside point of view. And again, that can even go back to Hellenic polytheism. To discount Greeks. I know some people don't like to listen to even Greek because they assume that the Greeks are focused and focused, Folkist, focused, and they are exclusive and want to shun everyone that's not Greek. But it says, recognize that you are an outsider. So that does include our spirituality too, if we're not Greek. So not all Greeks are focused, and a lot of them have a lot of good points because they do come from that lineage of where our beliefs come from. So I just wanted to point and talk on that recognize that we are an outsider if we are not Greek. So that can apply to our spiritual life as well. Honor the hearth. Be in control of yourself. It kind of goes back to nothing in excess. Help your friends. Control your temper. Exercise prudence. Honor forethought. Always think before you act. Nothing wrong with that. And I think more of us should be that way, Do not use an oath. Don't swear on something that you are not going to actually complete. So that's how I always take it. Embrace friendship. Cling to education. Pursue honor. Be eager for wisdom. Praise the good. Find fault with no one. Praise virtue. Practice what is just. Show favor to your friends. Ward off your enemies. Exercise nobility of character. Shun evil. Be impartial. Guard what is yours. Shun what belongs to others. I'm reading these, and what I'm thinking is that I really should read this every day and keep this in mind, that this is how I am going to live today. It kind of goes back to the Instagram post of how I said that we have to help mankind or fellow people and honor the gods, and this is a way to do it, for real. Listen to all. So don't just take sides. Listen to every point of view. Be fair of speech. Look after your own. There it is again. Nothing in excess. Save time. Look to the future. Despise insolence. Have respect for suppliants. Be accommodating to all. Educate your children. If you have, give. Fear deceit. Speak well of everyone. Never cut anyone down, You always... That's a big one to me. That hit home. Speak well of everyone. People, that's just something I can't go into enough detail on. Be a seeker of wisdom. Choose what is holy. Act from knowledge. Shun murder. Don't kill people, folks. Pray for what is possible. That's a big one too. So in Hellenic polytheism, we always pray to the gods. And we thank the gods in advance because we know that they are there and they care for us. And we need to always pray for the possible. Let's not pray for outlandish things or ask for outlandish things, even though that's a whole other topic. Let's pray for the possible. You'll be less disappointed if you do, believe me. Consult the wise. Test your character. If you have received, give back. Again, look down on no one. Make use of expertise. Give what you aim to give. Honor generosity. Envy no one. Never be jealous of anybody. Just be you. And work on you and be the best you can be. Be on your guard and praise hope. Despise slander, hate gossip. And on that end, don't gossip. Gain possessions justly. Honor good people. Know who is the judge. Control your marriage. So always if you're married, put focus into that marriage and take care of that marriage, because marriage is like flowers and it's like a garden. You always have to tend it and never discard it, or it does wither away. Believe me. I've been married almost 10 years, and that is very true. Always love and give love to have for love returned. Recognize fortune. Don't make risky promises. Speak plainly. Associate with like-minded people. Control your expenditure. Be happy with what you have. Revere a sense of shame. repay favors, pray for success, embrace your fate, listen and observe, work for what you can own, despite strife, detest disgrace, restrain your tongue, watch what you say, don't say stupid things, don't get angry and say things that you're going to regret, shun violence, make just judgments, use what you have, judge incorruptibly, make accusations face to face. That's another one that hits home to me. Say things, if you're going to say something, don't say it behind someone's back or under your breath. Don't do that. That's what annoys. If you want to know what annoys Pick the Pagan, is if you talk to Pick the Pagan, aka me, and you say, yeah, and say something under your breath. Don't do that, please. And it says, make accusations face to face. If you're going to say something to my face. Don't talk under your breath, because to me that's just being you're too chicken to say something out loud where I can hear it. Speak from knowledge. Have nothing to do with violence. Live free of sorrow. Have kindly interactions. Complete the race and don't chicken out. Deal kindly with everyone. Do not curse your children. Control. Here's the fun right here. Some of you may know what this one is. That's why I had to pause it, because this one's funny. In the 21st century, control your wife. I'm gonna tell my wife that. I'm gonna say, hey, check this out. I need to keep you under control, lady. So that one doesn't really fly in this day and age, but that is funny. Control your wife. Before I get in trouble, I'm going to stop there. Not that I control my wife. We all know that happy wife equals happy life, and that isn't the wife kind of the boss of the family nowadays? So, okay, keep on going. Benefit yourself. Be courteous. Respond in a timely manner. Struggle for glory. Act decisively. Repent of your errors. Not saying repent of sins, but if you do something wrong, say you're sorry. Control your eyes, guys and ladies. It's always a joke that it's always the guys that has the wandering eye. But ladies, you're human too, so control your eyes, please. Give timely counsel. Act without hesitation. Guard friendship. Be grateful. Pursue harmony. Keep secrets. What should be kept secret. Again, it goes back to no gossip. If someone tells you something in confidence that's super private, keep that a secret. So fear what rules. Pursue what is profitable. Accept due measure. Dissolve enmities. Accept old age. We all get old. It's just something we have to accept. And sometimes I've done videos, a few of them, about how I'm getting gray in the beard, as we'll say, and you have to accept old age, that sometimes you can't just do what you used to be able to do, and you also have to accept that life is short, so you gotta make friends and not live in hate and anger, you know? So now we're gonna go to do not boast about power. Exercise religious silence. Shun hatred. Acquire wealth justly. Do not abandon honor. Despise evil. Take sensible risks. Never tire of learning. Never cease being thrifty. Admire the oracles. Love those whom you rear. Do not fight an absent foe. So to me, what that's telling me is don't fight an absent foe. So don't be angry about what someone said that you don't even talk to anymore. There's something you're still angry about that happened years ago. You gotta let that go. So don't fight an absent foe. Respect the old. Instruct the young. Do not put your trust in wealth. Respect yourself. Do not initiate violence. Honor and crown your ancestors. Die for your country. I have to keep switching hands. If you're wondering about the camera angles, I'm holding this so my one arm gets tired. So I switched to the other. So I just wanted to speak on Die for Your Country, that I know a lot of people do not like the country they live in. I read it on Facebook and on different things, but it is a Delphic Maxim to die for your country. Now, I don't literally mean go join the military and die for your country. I mean to honor and respect where you live. And I do. There are a lot of problems with anywhere you go. You know, the grass is always greener on the other side. You're like, if I could just move to X, the country X, when I live in Y, life would be so much better. But you gotta understand that they have their own problems as well, that you don't see on TV, that they don't advertise on TV. And the grass is always greener on the other side. And you'll find out, if you ever did, that they have their own set of problems that you wish you were back to where you were and where you know. And again, it is his Delphic Maxim, and the Delphic Maxims originally were thought to come from Apollo. So if we want to think on it like that, Apollo, the god Apollo that gave these, would tell you to love the country you're in. Make where you live better. Don't wish to be somewhere else, then get out. Make where you live the best it can be, because there are worse places, believe me. There was a country, I'm not going to name countries, but there is a country. You guys know the TV show Squid Games? There is literally someone on death row that is going to die by firing squad. And this was in the news. And this is in the news. I just read this last week. They are dying by firing squad because they brought the TV show Squid Games into the country. And that's death penalty. So if that's not the way it is where you live, then you live in a pretty good place. So we are right at the end. Do not live your life in discontent. If there's something that you need to change to make yourself happy, do that. Do not make fun of the dead. Never speak ill of the dead. Share the load of the unfortunate. If you see someone that's struggling and you're able to help them, definitely go help them. Gratify without harming. Have no grief. Beget good from good. Make promises to none. Do not wrong the dead. Do as well as your mortal status permits. Again, do what you can within your means. Do not put your trust in chance. As a child, behave. As a youth, be self-disciplined. As a middle-aged person, be honest. Again, we have to live with honor. And as a kid, we need to behave and teach our children to learn how to listen and be well-behaved, and to have self-discipline as a teenager. To not go out to get on something and into trouble that friends may have. We have to have more self-discipline to be better people. And finally, the last two, as an old man or old person, be sensible. And at the end of your life, be without sorrow. Don't regret anything you've done. Live life so that you're happy, you have a joyous, prosperous life with children, if that's what you want. And the main thing is that by the end of life, don't look back and regret, like, I should have done this and I should have done that. So I always am big about getting out and exploring the world, going out and getting out of the house, enjoying nature. I've talked about that. That's a big one to me, getting out. I don't want to live life to be inside one house and go from one building to the next and never have actually lived. To me, that's scary. Just the thought of I never seen daylight. I never get to go walk the forest. That's why I take you guys on those trips, to hopefully inspire you to get out and walk. Because it's a scary thought to be 90 years old if you make it that long. And you're like, wow, the only thing I did was watch TV and movies all day and play some games and talk to a few friends, but I never actually got out there and lived. And so I hope you guys made it to the end of this video. And those are the Delphic Maxims. Those are nice. It's a nice list in our day to actually just read. Just read through it every morning you wake up. You can just scroll through it, and it'll give you kind of a guideline of, this is how I want to be today. I want to be respectful, obviously obey the law, don't get arrested, and honor the gods while helping people. Never taking sides, listening to everyone, and speaking with truth, and not making promises I can't keep. You see, this is going to make you a better person, and that is straight from the temple of Apollo in Delphi. So, and again, you can think of it as words of advice from Apollo, because at one point in time, that is what it was. So I'll talk to you guys later, and again, I'll see you next time. Bye.